Welcome back to the channel. Welcome back to the vlog. So let's talk about it. One of the reasons why I don't like to buy dualies is because they're super hard to keep clean. Obviously, I have a black one, which made it worse. And you can't really park them in a garage, so they have to sit out in the sun. So it means you have to keep it clean. And did I mention that I got a black dually too, by the way? Yes, I got a black dually. So in this video, we are going to see if I can get this truck in the garage. Now, I've said this in a lot of other videos. If you are planning on building a house and you want to get a big truck like this, build a 25 by 25 garage. I promise you, you will thank me. By the way, go with a 10-foot garage door too. That way, if you ever decide you want to lift your truck, you will know you'll have clearance on each side. Now, obviously, you guys would want to know how big this garage is. So I just measured it. So 23 feet deep, and it's going to be about 21 feet wide. And the garage opening is 15 foot 8 inches. So I'm not sure how big you can go in the garage doors, but obviously in this house, they do have an RV garage, although it's not much of an RV garage because you cannot get a fifth wheel or Class A in here. You barely could probably get a Class C in here. But this is like, I believe this is 10 feet high, but this is 40 feet deep based off the plans. So you guys see my wife has a full-size SUV, which is a 2022 Wagoneer. And I have it halfway in, but I want to show you guys the issues you're gonna have. Now, obviously, you can see my wife, when she pulls into the garage, she does not straighten her wheels. That's one issue. The other issue is this garage is only 15 feet wide, 15 feet 8 inches wide. So I have to come in at an angle, and then I have to turn. Now, keep in mind, this is a long truck. So trying to get this thing in the garage is a chore. So let's see, number one, if it'll fit. Because I don't know how long this truck is. I'd never measured a long bed dually before. But I can venture to tell you that, I mean, it's pretty much not even halfway in here. I mean, really just the bed and some of the cab. And that's how much room I have. So what I'm gonna do is, let me get my stand so you guys can see me do all this, because, yeah, I don't know if I can get this truck in here. So I'm gonna pull out, and then I'm gonna try to straighten up a little bit so I can at least angle it in the garage. That way I'm not too far over on my wife's side to where they can't open the door on the side of the SUV. I made it in the garage, as you just saw. I did straighten it up a little bit because, as I mentioned, it was way too angled. So now it's pretty straight. And I just gotta tell my wife whenever she pulls into the garage, make sure she straightens up her tires. That way I don't hit it. Now, actually, I'm not gonna be parking this truck in the garage. But I know for the future, if I ever decide to buy another dually, I can. So let's go ahead and see if we can close the garage. Let's see how much space we have. Now, my wife just looked up the house online. She said that this garage is a 24/6, but I don't think it's that big. I think it's what I said, because I didn't go all the way back to the wall, obviously, because if I had a hitch on, ooh, I never measured that. But although, you know, I don't have to, because I can actually pull up another 8 inches probably before I get too close to the garage. But I'm pretty much on the wall. So I'm actually really surprised this truck got in here. And I'm surprised I was able to avoid my wife's SUV with the wider hips. So here, let's go in this way. Oh yeah, so there's actually a good amount of space on the sides of the truck. So there you go. If you have been concerned about a dually, you can make it work to get inside the garage. And I'm actually surprised it got in here. I did not think this truck was gonna fit, and it did. 8-foot bed, right? 8-foot bed, crew cab configuration. There you go. I am actually appalled. Wow. And there's a lot of space over here. And my wife could probably come back another 6 or 8 inches, which would give me more clearance to angle it better too. But all in all, if I had a stow and go B&W hitch, I would still have enough space. So I have a pretty big garage, guys. That's pretty awesome. But again, 25 by 25. And go with the largest opening you can for the garage. Now, most people already know this. If you plan on parking in a parking space, it's always better to back in with the dually. You can't just pull this in like a regular car. And let me show you what I'm talking about here. So these are pretty much at the exact same point in the garage. The Wagoneer might be just a little bit further up, maybe by a couple inches. Do you see how much hang you have compared to this full-size SUV? Like, that's probably, what, 4-5 feet of more truck versus the Wagoneer. So when you pull this into a parking space, it's easy to angle it. That's why I like shorter bed trucks. I will never ever use this bed in all of its capacity. I have no need for a toolbox. Now, I will say, I probably would consider getting a fuel tank in the bed, but I would rather get one below. And if I ever decide to do hot shot, then I would feel the need to get one for the bed too, so that way I can have over 100 gallons of fuel. But I don't think I'm gonna do that. So for me, having a standard bed truck just makes more sense for me because I would never use this bed. The only thing that it benefits me with is I can do a 90-degree turn without ever worrying about it hitting the cab of the truck. But like I said, if you are planning on buying something this big, I said 25 by 25, but if you're gonna get a dually, I'm thinking maybe 27 by 27. That way you don't have to pull so far up. You can pull up halfway and have more than enough space to walk around the truck, all that good stuff too. But yeah, I do like the truck. It fits in the garage. Now, I haven't told you guys this, and I only did this video for some of you guys that have been asking, but I'm not parking this in the garage. I'm actually going to be parking my white truck in the garage, and this bad boy is going to be parked on this side of my driveway. And the only reason why is because, well, it's just easier to get the white truck in here versus this. So I'm not going to risk potentially scuffing the side of the garage or anything like that, because, you know, life happens. Sometimes you're in a rush, or you got something on your mind, or you have a million things on your mind, and you're just going to forget about stuff, and then you're going to pull in, and yeah, you're going to make a lot of bad decisions. Last thing I'll say is this. In order for me to get this truck in the garage, I had to close the mirrors up until this point. So I think a 18-foot wide garage door, if that's even available, I don't know if they have those. I'm not really versed on that kind of stuff, but I know they have taller doors. You just have to think about the width. So hope the video was helpful. I got the windows tinted, as you guys can see, and I took off the rear decal. In the next video, I'm actually headed there right now. We're doing some more stuff to the truck. And then in the future, as I've said many times, I just want to keep saying it so more people can hear it. You will not recognize this truck come June. I figure maybe June 20th, it should be complete. I'm only saying that because it's supposed to be sooner, but you know what? Anything can happen. So we're going to be doing a lot of stuff to the truck. I'll do a separate video on it. But yeah, I'm super excited. Stay tuned for this too. We're going to be doing some towing videos. The white truck should be here this week, but latest next week. It's already here in Utah. It just needs to be delivered to the dealership. So once that's done, I got some great videos coming, because now I can give you my perspective on a gas single rear wheel versus a dually. So yeah, this is a good time to support the channel. I had no intentions of buying this truck, as I've said in the past, and this truck just became available because dealership ordered it for their stock and no one bought it before it got there, because normally they say these kind of trucks sell beforehand, but this one didn't. So yeah, I'm done rambling. I'm so excited, guys. Like, I cannot wait to show you guys this truck when it's done. Like, super excited. See you guys soon.